going on, guys? What's happening? Sorry, I'm all messed up right now. I'm going through my analytics and stream stuff, and nothing's showing up on my stream, so I don't know how much of a failure this stream is going to be because it's not giving me any numbers that it usually does. So you know what? Forget about it. Don't matter. If there's only one viewer here, that's all that matters, right? You know, it's all about getting the information out. I don't even know what kind of information we're going to go through, but what's happening? It is Saturday. I almost said Sunday. Wow, I'm really messed up here. Let's do a quick roll call, get through. Why did this shit? Oh my gosh, now this went to top chat. Oh my god, everything's messed up. All right, let's start with a roll call and continue from there. I did see DJ Mine show up. Everyone coming in from Panda, welcome. Nice to see you guys all. And I got to get DJ back on the show sometime. You know, I always forget. I was like, you know, I'm going to get a guest one of these days, and then I just don't. But anyway, we got the Travelers Travels. What's going on? We got Boss King. We got Budweiser. Awesome. My buttons aren't working, so that was another manual thing. We got Ontario Miner. What's happening, Ontario Miner? Mike Baldwin's in the house. Green Hash. Snark's Domain. What's going on, Snark? J Mining. Spitfire. Ogre MGTOW. Best YouTube. Skirm. Jock McMiner. CPU User. What's happening? Frank B. Zagatti. Mike Vega. What is that? Thrusha? Mining of the North. Man, Rabid, I can't believe how out of power you are. Well, the node thing that I had to shut down was due to I don't have enough internet to live stream while I have nodes running. So I have to shut those down for that. But when it gets to the power, yeah, I'm definitely limited on the power as well, and things suck. Red Putz, I do see. Thank you very much for being a member for 24 months to the Alpha Pack 2-year party. Beers for everyone. Awesome. Crossbow Mining, what's happening? MIC. Monero was CPU mineable. Yes, it was, and it it still is CPU mineable. Martin Lubrica. So where do you think CPU mining will go from here? It only has one place to go, and that is to the moon. Speed Target, what's going on? Dirty Diaper Bandit. Oh, what is happening with the Dirty Diaper Bandit? That's insane. Losing with Larry, first time 13. Son of a Rabid Panda, what's going on? Kirk Solar, DJ Mines in the house. Tommy Coin, Green Hash. Oh, scrolling through. Oh, it just jumped on me. It took a while that time. All Crypto, losing with Larry. Bernandez Zickus. What do we got here? RH Rabid, our solo mining Zeph. No, I'm not solo mining. I'm pool mining it because I don't know. I'm just trying to go with a nice consistent thing here for Zephyr. How am I? Don't mind me mining. I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. It's Saturday. You know, it's awesome. You know, it kind of sucks the other day. Oilers lost. They were on to tie the all-time NHL record, and then they lost to Vegas Golden Knights. Sad times. I think the NHL All-Star break kind of ruined the whole thing. They should just cancel that altogether, and then they probably would have won because I feel that break probably ruined anything. But about that, you know, it don't matter. Speed Target, can we talk about the other Epic CPUs? Is 7742 the only one that makes sense, or should we also consider cheaper Epic 7402, for example, which is compatible to a 5900X price setup? I can look at the specs. I don't really know them. I know the 7B12s, is that what it is? 7B12s? I can't remember. They're pretty much like an Epic 7742. I think they're around the same bin. They just might be plus, minus, you know, the quality, I guess. I don't know, but I do know Weed Farm Mining, who has a massive CPU farm. He has a lot of the 7B12s, and obviously he really likes them. But one thing he has been pointing out, with other people have been mentioning as well, is the AVX 512 support. It sounds like, depending on the algorithm, it does, you know, improve the hash quite a bit. And if new algorithms start emerging, you know, for some, it sounds like, you know, there's going to be some AI stuff happening for CPUs only. That AVX 512 will start playing a big role in a lot of those older Epics. Anything other than new CPUs as of like the last gen that just came out doesn't support any of that. So it's almost a time to, you know, you're probably better off with 7000 series for future proofing with the latest support and architecture. And then obviously the newest Epics have it as well, but those things are, you know, like $30,000. It's not worth the price to be building those out. But yeah, you know, you never know. But that's kind of what's looking like right now. Personally, I prefer the 7000 series right now. Is probably the best bang for the buck with future proofing and efficiencies taken into note. 3 and 5,000 series is kind of starting to seem dated at this point. They're still very good. You can get them very cheap, but I think as things eventually evolve, that's just probably the way to go, is at least 7,000 series. And depending where you live, though, you know, the prices are looking pretty close to building each type of rig anyway, because AM4, we're getting a lot more less. They're not really manufacturing AM4 motherboards and stuff anymore, so the prices have actually been going up. And then Epic, there's a massive demand for CPUs coming out of China. You know, a lot of it's probably for that Aleo. I know Panda was talking about that the other day, and I totally forgot about the Aleo coin. That other coin is really big out there. I can't remember. Oh, Filecoin as well, which we don't really care about. It's expensive to build a rig for. It's almost like building, I guess, a vast rig or something. You need good CPUs. You need good GPUs and everything to do this. It's just too expensive to do so for this one specific couple coins out there. So I just feel it's not worth building rigs just for that. But it is huge in China, and the demand for all this hardware, like Epics and stuff, has been going up. But where like 2 months ago, whenever I did get my single Epic and dual Epic, it is now almost, I guess, 50% more to buy. And at the time then, when it was a decent price, it was about the same price, slightly cheaper than building 7,000 series. But now 7,000 series is cheaper for more hash to build out, you know, 4 rigs instead of buying a single Epic, because the motherboards and stuff have been going up. So Epics don't really look as good as they used to be. On top of that, all the Epics we're getting, like these 7742s and stuff, they're already like, you know, 4, 5, 6 years old. That's why we're kind of getting them at the prices we were. And then now, you know, they're kind of blowing up, you know, and if they blow up in you, that's large chunks of hash that is down on your farm. So these are also things to consider when looking into these big bulky CPUs like that. So personally, you know, I got to test it out. It was awesome. I'm glad to say, you know what, I got a wicked Epic here, but you know, I'm leaning more towards just 7,000 series from this point. 7950Xs keep going on sale too. Yeah, and we're probably going to see bigger sales, especially when the, I guess it's called the 9000 series, should be releasing possibly sometime this year. That means gamers will be upgrading, you know, miners will be taking advantage of them. You know, that's a bad thing to say, but it's true. You know, like when I bought a bunch of my 3900Xs for pretty cheap, it was coming from gamers or people that wanted to update their rendering machines and stuff. One guy, I remember I went to met him in Red Deer, and he was moving into a Threadripper because he was doing like video based rendering and stuff, so he needed a bulkier CPU. He was like, wow, I didn't even know people mine on CPUs. I'm like, yeah. He's like, wow, I wish I knew that. I would have, you know, increased the price a little bit here, because they do know the value of miners and when they want something, but you know, they don't really know that CPU mining is still actually a thing. So prices are kind of low. We could also see used market influxes, especially as CPU coins increase like we did see with GPUs. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, scrolling up, see what I missed here. Can we talk? We went through that. I'm trying to get MSR to work on my XM rig. Does not work. I've tried everything. Shiv, is that on... Are you on Linux or are you in Windows? Like MSR, you're just running as an administrator, should apply that. Now, the first time you ever do install XMRig, it will not just work by default. You actually have to run it as an administrator. It'll still give you the error saying it's not applied. You have to restart your rig and then run it as administrator on restart, and it should work after that. But other than that, I'm not sure any other reasons why it would not be applying. Do you know how to mine on a phone or tablet? Well, it all depends what you want to mine. Literally, for phone mining, it is the easiest thing you could possibly do. For Zeph and all these coins, there's XMRig app. You can download an app called XMRig, and that's literally the miner. You can just set up your pool in it. It's easier than setting it up on a PC almost, because everything is set out and tells you where it needs the parts there. So, you know, if you want to mine on your phone, you can simply download the app XMRig and mine Zephyr, Monero, and anything, Ghost Rider, all the coins that does work for, you know, XMRig. So that's one option to do that. Do you know how to mine on the phone? Okay, well, okay, we just went through that. Speed target. Amazing, thanks. Alberta miner, but I'm going 7950X, typically just looking to go to some epics. Yeah, for sure. No, epics is definitely a great thing for density. If you lack the room or something, you know, it's something good to do. It's just that looks like the prices though are just going up. 7950Xs keep going on sale. Yep, that's always good. Oh, someone's mentioning a Leo is now mineable over a year, but no one is talking about it, and there is no info about how to mine it. Yeah, a Leo, it's very interesting. Now, there was a company, but when a Leo was in testnet, I'm pretty sure it's mainnet by now, but when it was in testnet, there was a company, I can't remember what they're called now, but they wanted me to try out their platform, and it's a bunch of servers you can rent for a Leo mining, and you earn a Leo. But you know, like I said, it's massive in China. It didn't really get adapted or talked about too much over on this side of the world where we are, you know, North America and stuff. So no one really knows. There isn't much info. Maybe I'll look into it more to kind of take a look at it. It'll be interesting to see how well the coin does. It's a good one to track on to see, you know, how much influence does just China have on a coin, because if those two coins, you know, end up doing huge, then China has a massive influence, because they're really the only ones that are into those two coins. That doesn't mean they're the only ones. You know, there's probably some people in the States and others that are doing Filecoin and a Leo and stuff, but you know, it is massive out in China. So it'll be interesting to see how well the coin does do something, you know, in terms of when the bull run hits or whatever. China economy and dumpster, maybe hardware deal soon. Maybe that'd be nice. You know, I'm definitely gonna, I do expect there's gonna be a lot of Bitcoin miners on sale soon after the halving. You know, there's massive farms coming up. I believe the largest one in North America is being built in Texas right now, so there's another massive hash coming in over there. But the halving is gonna hurt a lot of people. Like, Bitcoin mining is not very profitable unless you have very cheap power. I've always thought about it. Like, if I bought a mining farm, like, you know, like a big warehouse, like Bitcoin mining level scale, and I had Bitcoin mining level power, I probably would not mine Bitcoin personally. Like, why wouldn't you not just fill that up with like L7s or Kaspa ASICs or something else that makes way more? If you want Bitcoin, then just swap it into Bitcoin. But mining Bitcoin directly, in my mind, doesn't seem good. Now, obviously, when you're going to a scale of that level, Bitcoin makes the most sense, because it's, you know, it's going to remain on ASICs. You don't have to really worry about it too much, where, you know, we don't know what the price of Kaspa is going to do. We don't know what the price of a lot of these other coins are going to do. But personally, if I was to go to a scale at that level, I would probably load up with script ASICs or Kaspa or something else other than Bitcoin. Even Cadena might even be more profitable. But then again, you can't really scale that much because you just destroy the network. So that's, I guess, another situation as well. But that's just me. You know, that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. Windows, I did run by administrator. The thing is not showing, not even the mad not applied error. Not sure what is up. That is weird. What is it saying? Is the miner not even popping up? Are you getting some error? Maybe Windows blocked the actual XM rig, so it's not even detecting it. So yeah, I'm not sure. Go to Discord or something, send me some screenshots so we can see exactly what that's doing. Retro Mike, what's going on? At Rabid, is there where I come to tell people to buy a lithium instead of FPGAs? Oh man, that's hilarious. I'm assuming you're going based on that Twitter post where, you know, I posted something here. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Let's see if I can find it. This is funny. Let's see if I can find it here. Where is this? So I got the C1100 working on a lithium, as the Bitstream just released the other day for a lot of these other all these other bit streams other than just the FK33s and the E300. So right here I posted, we got some hash rates and stuff. When ASIC, that's a big question. Maybe around when the lithium hits $5, something, you know, I have no idea. You know, it's going to need a decent amount of emissions for an ASIC to emerge on a lot of these coins. Now, about twice of what I'm getting on my FK. Okay, we went to that. You can never have enough FPGAs, Retro Mike. Why complicate it fast? Just buy a lithium, not FPGAs. No, miners mine, not buy. That's what I did. Coins I've mined. Here we Retro Mike mined a lot of coins with FPGAs, and now it's a bull run. Until buys FPGA, time they come and start mining, time to accumulate its time price of a lithium will be 2 to 4x. There's another post somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Is it that one? No. There's another one that had something in there as well, but Yeah, regardless, we're mining. And it's very interesting, too, because I was like, well, you got someone like Retro Mike there who has a lot of FPGAs. He recently just bought a whole bunch more. But think about it. Don't think about one single coin. Don't think about one thing. I know FPGAs are expensive, but personally, I do want a bunch more FPGAs. They are fun to kind of play around with, obviously. But think about all the other coins that could be coming in the future. We didn't have Kaspa and all these other coins, at the ETH merge. All these new coins are emerging. And now think, what about next cycle? Next cycle, when you have the transition from what in between, what's the next Kaspas, the next Lithiums, the next Radiants and stuff, eventually, because all of those ones will probably end up on an ASIC long term, but again, we don't know because we haven't seen them physically yet, or rumors and stuff like that. But until that actually happens, then we got the next cycle to play out. Now you got the FPGAs in your arsenal. You can make a lot of money by mining on these coins in the in-between stage, waiting for the ASICs and stuff. I bet you Retro Mike, look at, as he mentioned in that post here, what did he mine here with FPGAs? Look at this. ETH, KDA, CKB, Digibyte, TRB, Virus, Virus? Really? I didn't know. I didn't know there's a transit. That's cool. KCN, Kaspa, ETI, RXD, Lithium, XVG, Raven. Oh yeah, Raven did a thing and stuff. Okay. Anyway, but regardless, all these coins that he nailed in the between all the forks and everything going on. You end up with a lot of coins if you already have that hardware ready. So just having them on the back burner. It's like me. I have a bunch of GPUs still. They're just not on. If it looks like, I should turn them on for something, this coin, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, then I turn them on. If they look profitable for a while, then I turn them on. But, it's good to have a mixed array in your arsenal so that you don't have to worry, oh, GPUs are dead, I'm going to turn on this now. CPUs just died on me, crap, I'm going to fire up the FPGAs, whatever is profitable at the time. So it's nice to kind of have a diversify. I know a lot of us are really picky, I'd rather go with this, then I can mine all these coins. Well, still right now, technically, mining any GPU coin, even though there's hundreds of them, is still one of the least profitable ways currently in mining. So CPUs are making a lot more. The FPGAs are making more than the GPUs right now. Like example, Lithium is one of the top coins out there. What is it looking like right now? If we go to GPUs, what is... it looks like it changed to NXL now on the 4090, but a Lithium was here again for a couple days. But what this thing says, it does about 6.51 gigahash, but it's using 361 watts to do so. So the C1100, for an example, is using about 138 watts, which is less than half the power, and it's doing about 5 gigahash. I can definitely crank it up and probably hit around, I don't know, 7, 8 gigahash possibly, and still maybe be using about the same amount of power as a 4090 or less. Now you're starting to talk about a 4090 here. Well, in theory, a 4090 is only a couple $100 cheaper than this FPGA. So yeah, or if you find a used sale, you could probably find one cheaper than a 4090. So it all depends, local markets, where you're looking, and so on. But I'm really starting to like FPGAs personally. And I know Retro Mike's all in on it. What do we got here? Is there... Okay, we went through that. BTC is just stable for these massive companies. Only way to get massive funding. No, that's very true, for sure. Bitcoin is the main market mover. And I guess, that probably helps with their agreement. Yeah, we're Bitcoin. We're not doing this weird altcoin that maybe someone hasn't heard of, per se. Frank B. Zagatti, getting ready to sell all his GPUs for FPGAs. No, like I said, I don't sell my hardware. I never have. That's why I always said, resale value. Resale, you hear that all the time. Well, don't buy that. Buy this GPU because you have resale value. Resale value is something that I think people tell themselves to make up a reason that, okay, I'm going to buy this. Everyone always has that little seed in their head. Okay, this is why I'm going to buy this, because eventually if it doesn't pan out, I can just resale value. I can resell this or something. So that is out the window. When I buy something, I usually just, I mine on it till it explodes, or it's shut off until it's profitable again, or something like that. Now, technically, you can kind of use some resale value. Like example, the 3000 series GPUs are really looking like they're starting to suck on a lot of these core-based coins. Like the other day when I said I was mining that NXL or whatever, I had my 12 GPU Octa-miner on, and I was getting about 11 gigahash or something, right? And then all of a sudden I turned on my 14090, and it was like over half the hash rate at a fraction of the power of that whole 12 GPU. So I shut that Octa-miner off. I'm like, this is BS. Like, yeah, I know spec mining, getting it, it's listed now. But like my 14090 is over half the hash rate of the entire Octa-miner. And that Octa-miner was using 1200 watts. This thing's using like 200 and some watts. Like, seriously, Octa-miner, goodbye, shut off. So, you know, something I do, like I did that with a lot of my Polaris GPUs back when ETH was around and GPU prices went up, is I sold them all and I just swapped them into those 3000 series. I ran more efficient, but I had the same amount of hash rate. And I'm probably going to try to do the same thing. I might end up, or I probably will end up trying to sell the 3000 series if it looks like it's worthwhile, and then swap them into a couple 4000 series. Now, by that time, I think I'm waiting for the 5000 series because they're also supposed to be getting a memory-based increase on the clocks. Now, one thing we got to keep in mind here is fish hash is supposed to be more memory-based. Now, the 3000 series and 4000 series on memory-based coins, they don't really see much of an improvement at all. They're really, really close at that point. So on memory-based coins, then the 3000 is still pretty decent. But the 5000 is supposed to be obviously better than the 4000. Like, ever since the 4090 are released, AMD pretty much said we're writing off the 4000 series completely, but now they're doing remarkups, whatever they're doing there. But they started working on the 5000 series from like day one of release of the 4090, and it's supposed to be another huge, allegedly huge improvement over the 4090 on the core side, but it's also going to get a big memory boost as well. We don't know any specs or numbers yet, but I think that 5000 series is then going to come in, just like how the core coins blew away the 3000 series with the 4090, the 5090 could start blowing away the memory side as well. So that would just make, you know, it's all about keeping up to date, keeping efficient. I have no problem spending extra money to run efficiently. I'd rather go out there and, you know, maybe lose, like if I could go buy like a bunch of, say, 580s for like $20 each, I'd rather spend, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Some people say, yeah, I can ROI that, but it's using too much power. So I'd rather spend, you know, a lot extra money and run on efficient, newer hardware than run a bunch of older hardware, and then now I'm using up all my power and not being able to utilize a bunch of other things as well. So I do spend extra money on efficiency. I feel that's more of an important number, especially for everyone with expensive power out there, and power seems to be going up. But that's just me. You know, I'm not saying do what I do, not financial advice, but I am okay with efficiency. Extra money for the efficiency, I feel, is worth it. What do we got here? Will 8,000 APUs be worth anything for mining? That's an interesting question. I'm not sure. Now, there are rumors that eventually, like, I don't know, 8,000, actually, you're talking about the 8000G. I do believe that the 9000, Retro Mike did point that out, I think, a couple of weeks ago in one of these streams here, that it's the 9000 series that's coming out. So the only 8000 CPU I think is coming is that G, and it sucks because they lose L3 for that better APU in it. But the actual Ryzen's coming out, which we're used to, like, you know, 3000, 5000, you know, 7900, 7950X is going to be 9000. So 9900X, 9950X, and so on. But it does sound like the APUs are going up. I don't know how well these ones are good yet, but there were rumors. I don't know if it's going to be the 9000 series or it's sometime at the end of the AM5, so the 10,000 series, if that's what they call it. But supposedly those APUs are supposed to be equivalent to around Polaris GPUs, maybe even 1660 Ti's type of thing. So obviously that's not awesome, but that's pretty good considering this is GPU power coming out of the CPU. So, you know, that could be like a game changer in terms of dual mining and stuff moving forward. But again, I don't really know 100%. We have to wait for specs and stuff on that. I like cheaper miners, E9 Pro for the win. Fully electric's different. If you have super cheap power, 2 cent, 1 cent power, then, you know, I'm all for it. Buy the cheapest crap you can find and just mine the heck out of it, because at that point, power is not an option for you. Like, I'm at 11 cent power and people get mad at me because most people, I have cheap power compared to a lot of people, and compared to other people I see, I have expensive power, and so on. You know, it all depends where you live and everything, but most people, you know, I think are around 15 to 20 cents per kilowatt hour. And you know, it doesn't matter how much something is if it's not worth the power that it is consuming there. So, you know, it all depends on power locations. If you're at 2-3 cent power or something, you can buy anything you want and just mine on it and be profitable. So, yeah. How is your Zeph bag doing? Zeph is on the move again. It's doing not too bad. Like, you know, I did sell it all a while ago, but, you know, I FOMO'd in a little early. I've been saving for a long time. Zeph's going to drop back down to, you know, $5. You know, I don't know if it was $5, but, you know, $8, $9, I'd be happy at buying it 9, 10. And it did dip down to, what, 10 or 11? But I FOMO'd in because I kept seeing it going down to $16 to $20 back and forth for like a month straight. I'm like, all right, I'm going to FOMO in. So when I bought, from all I sold before, I bought back in at like the $19 range. So it's still not where I bought back in, but I'm okay with that because I do feel Zeph is probably going to see a nice explosion. If it sees what Monero saw before, it's going to be probably one of the largest gaining cryptos in crypto this bull run, which is insane, absolutely insane. But I don't know, for some reason, I feel like it's probably going to happen. Not financial advice. I don't know if it will. But anyway, let's look at Monero for a second and then we'll get back to whatever. So Binance delisting Monero. So there's not really much of a write-up here. So, you know, Binance's recent move to delist these digital assets comes as a little surprise, given its prior warning about potential failure to meet listing criteria due to heightened volatility and associated risks. Anyway, they're talking about privacy-focused coins such as Monero have drawn regulatory attention due to concerns regarding their possible misuse in illicit activities, forcing major exchanges like OKX to delist them. Notably, Monero is the largest privacy-oriented blockchain network by market capitalization. So, you know, if you're familiar with Dogecoin, it has a huge backing, huge community. Monero, it probably has a bigger one. So, you know, people mine Monero at a heavy losses, at breaking even prices because they believe in the chain. This is one of the most decentralized chains that you can literally get on. You know, there's probably might be some more that are more decentralized, but like if you go to any like Reddit forum, Monero, you talk anywhere about Monero, you know, if you go onto a pool that has like 32% of the hash rate, they will tell you to move to the next one. Go to the one with 29. If you say you're going to the one with 29, they'll say go to the one with 25. Like, they try to spread out the hash rate so much. They also prefer everybody in terms of decentralization to run nodes. They want you to run your own node. You know, the best way to run your best privacy is run your own node at home through your wallet, and that way you're running your own transactions through your own synced up blockchain node within your house. This is all encouraged. Anywhere you ask within the Monero community, these are things that'll come up all the time. So, you know, this all about decentralization. Monero is big, and they have a massive backing behind them of people that support this. You know, in theory, to some people with Monero, it is worth more than frickin' Bitcoin. You're probably like, what do you mean? That's nowhere near Bitcoin price. But think about it. A lot of peer-to-peer transactions happen in the background with Monero. A lot of people do things, you know, privacy coin block transactions. They go in the background and they go out, you know, I want to buy a shirt, send me this amount of Monero. It's not swapping to fiat and then buying something. It's Monero, peer-to-peer transactions. A lot of this stuff is happening. So in theory, the value is whatever the people are using, not what some exchange says the value is based on people buying and closing. So Monero has a massive backing, and, you know, I think it's going to rebound easily. We saw it go down, 30-some%? That's an easy 34% gain coming here in the next couple months. Now, what if I told you this already happened exactly the same time 4 years ago at the exact same time in the cycle? Would you believe me? Let's have a look at that right now. What if I said this is supposed to happen? You know, it doesn't matter why it happens. It's the same thing when I say follow the cycles. This happens, that happens, whatever. We use today's news to maybe do your day trading or something. But what if I said this was supposed to happen? Would you believe me? I'm not saying it's supposed to happen. But let's just look here. Here's the past 7 days on Monero. And here we can see this is the news. Binance is delisting. Now, last year, there's an article. Binance delisted this, you know, in France and some other exchanges, and nothing really happened anyway. You know, it's just this recent news. So I don't know if there's a North American-based delisting. I didn't really say in that article, but, you know, they're just saying Binance, when Binance already said they were going to do this last year sometime. So there's nothing new really happening here. But we did see, obviously, the drop happened here. We are sitting where? February 10th today of 20... What are we at? We're at 2024, which in the cycles, we're in 2020. Let's go back all the way to the all here, and look at this. This look interesting. 2020. Here we have February 15th of 2020. What happened? Holy crap, Monero dropped 2 weeks from where we are right now, exactly 4 years ago. Well, that's kind of interesting. This exact same event, it doesn't mean it was a delisting or anything that happened then. The point is, the exact same thing happened 4 years ago in the exact same time frame in the cycle, followed by it hit a bottom here, you know, a month later, and then it shot back up and recovered. So just like, you know, all this, you know, we're gonna still see gains. Monero's gonna come back. It has a massive community. The government can do whatever they want to try and halt it. They're not going to stop it. So there's my 2 cents on the whole Monero thing. It almost looks like it was supposed to happen anyway, and it will rebound and probably hit. Now, Monero doesn't see massive all-time highs. It actually didn't hit its all-time high like it did back in 2017, 2018, 470 to, you know, 453, but it's probably still going to break over $400 again. So in theory, you're still going to make a lot of money if it's something you're looking to invest into or mine or something. You know, not financial advice. We're miners, not purchasers of crypto. But yeah, you know, so I think nothing's wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Monero right now. It's just a bunch of FUD happening. And by FUD, that's another misused term all across the crypto industry. FUD, FUD, FUD. Usually the way people use it as FUD is like you're lying. That's wrong. That's absolutely, but FUD stands for, you know, the fear and uncertainty type of thing. You know, you don't know what's going on. Binance delisted. Oh my gosh, we're all scared. What's going to happen? That's FUD. So it's Binance FUD that's going on here. There's no lies going on. There's no whatever. The terms in crypto that a lot of people are using these days don't even mean what the people are using them for half the time. They're considering it as a lie or misinformation or something stupid like that. So in my mind, though, using FUD the proper way, it's just Binance FUD, daily stuff to, you know, maybe short some coins or something. But Monero will recover and everything will be just fine. That's my 2 cents on the whole Monero situation. You guys do you agree with me, disagree with me? You know, this is, you guys are in the live chat. Let me know your opinions on this as well, obviously. You know, it's wide open. Everyone can say whatever. Zeph opinion, please. Future predictions. My personal prediction of Zeph is crazy. Is absolutely crazy. I don't even know if I want to say it because you guys are going to say I'm going to lose my mind. I'm just kidding. I've said it lots already. So if you're new and you haven't heard it, let's look at it. So let's look at this right now. Let's start. Same thing. Here's Monero 2016. This is where I feel we are with Zephyr right now. And Zeph has been outperforming Monero early 2016, as we know. So let's just go to this. We're coming in. Here's Monero. You know, it's hanging out $1.72, you know, less than $1 for a long time. $1, $2, $12, and so on. And in 2020, or coming up, so yeah, 2016, and then all of a sudden 2017 bull run came. It went from $11, $12, $18, $20, whatever, and it shot up to 470. Now, Zeph has been outperforming XMR, and this is something I think is possible to do, maybe. Again, I don't know, but I'm extremely bullish on Zeph, and Zeph could have the potential, if it continues to keep outperforming Monero, it could see over $470 possibly in this bull run, which is next year. We're only at like 13, 14. Actually, we're up to what, $17 now because it went up again. So yeah, could we see if it outperforms, you know, maybe we'll see $500+ on Zeph. So what does that mean for miners right now? Well, you know, obviously we're going to hit this, hash rate's going to explode, and then everyone's going to be like, remember when we were mining, you know, half a Zeph a day, 1 Zeph a day, depending on your farm, maybe 5 Zeph a day. I wish I was getting that. It's going to be, we're going to hit the bull run. We're going to be at, I wish. Remember this, remember that. Well, you know, sorry you missed out. Hardware's going to be flying online. Zeph's at $500 frickin' dollars, and now it's going to be insane. So, like, I'm going to go on the CPU mining calculator right now. We're going to look at a single 3900X. And look at it. If you're mining right now on Zeph and it hits $450, like Zeph right now is making 64 cents. Hash rate's up to over 2 gigahash again. It looks like it's at 17. So 0.057 Zeph a day for a 3900X. So let's just see. So 0.57. Oh, 0.057. That'll inflate the price like crazy. Let's go 0.057. Now I'm going to times that by $450. A single 3900X right now could be making $25 a day if Zeph hits that levels. Now the hash rate on Zeph also comes down. Usually it levels up around 1.5. So I expect sometime tonight, it's like half the day we're over 2 gigahash. The other half the day we're down to 1.5. Maybe it's power things. Maybe it's botnets, only certain time zones. It's going to drop back down again. Usually you've been, for the past month or so, a single 3900X was getting around 0.077 Zeph. Based on my calculations, I've been tracking it for a little while. It's been about 95 cents a day or so. But anyway, you know, point is $25 a day is what that could be getting you if that hits that. So let's just say you built a 3900X rig for what, $500. Divide that by, you know, $25. That's 20-day ROIs on 3900X rigs being mined right now. Now, right now, it doesn't look like it's the best thing. You're probably at a year ROI or something per right now, but if Zeph hits those levels, your entire mining farm is paid off and you're rich. Just my 2 cents. You know, not financial advice. I have no idea. It might not, you know, might only hit $50 again. It might hit $100. I have no idea. Regardless, we're gonna see some nice gains probably happen on Zeph, and if it does continue to do the outperformance thing, we could see over $400 easily. But you know, I don't want to talk like those, you know, those crypto people you see, you know, Mr. Armstrong there, who seems to be having bad times lately. You know, all those people that pump their crypto coins, get this, get that. You know, I don't want to sound like those Bitcoin people. $1 million by the end of the year, 500 million by the end of next year. You know, that's what we're going to see in this bull run. Once we do start seeing new all-time highs on Bitcoin, we're going to see stupid predictions, which are already happening. But I don't want to be like that. You know, is it going to hit these levels? No idea. I don't know. But I just feel there could be the possibility of it happening. But that's a huge jump, and I have no idea if it's going to happen. But it's going to be interesting for sure. So that's my 2 cents. Best of mine QRL and swap to Zephyr. So, oh, for the X5. So speaking of the X5 links in the description, guys. We're looking for these, but I think they're sold out anywhere. I believe that is probably one of the most underrated ASIC miners. It's not an ASIC, it's a CPU, guys. Underrated. I don't want to say this term because I'll probably get a whole bunch of flashback or, you know, bad things. How do you know what I mean? You usually say, you know, that it's just a pig and, you know, you fill in the rest. I'm sure you guys heard that before. So we're going to talk about this. This is the CPUs inside of an ASIC body. So you got the appearance of an ASIC, but the internals is CPU mining. So it's not an ASIC, guys, but it's looks like an ASIC. Anyway, the X5, let's just kind of look at it right now to see how well it is doing. Again, I'm not sure how well it's actually doing right now, but for a long time, they're actually more profitable than a KS2 Kaspa miner. Just saying. That means pretty darn good. And, you know, no one's really talking about, but you can't really get them anymore because we have been finding out now that they work on other coins. Taboo being one of them. QRL and obviously Monero. There's some new random X forks coming. I'm trying to get the right thing here. I guess this one for now. But I'm going to update here. So I just want to go to QRL, see what the current network conditions and price is looking like so I can update this sheet here. So QRL is currently at 8.21 mega hash. So let's just jump into here. QRL 821 mega hash. 821. So it dropped a little bit. Price is at 20.7 cents. So the price actually went up and hash rate went down. So that's a good sign. That's $14 a day on the X5. And this thing's only using 1,300 watts. Let's see what Taboo is currently looking like right now. Taboo protocol. Where are you? Right here. So this is 11.64 mega hash online right now. So it looks like that came down 11.64. The current price is also at, it went 0.0323, 0.0323. So that's looking $13.94, not too bad. And then obviously Monero is not the hottest looking coin, which everyone thinks, or this, the only coin we thought this thing could mine, 2.33 gigahash on Monero, so the hash rate went up on Monero. And we got 119.45. Whoa, and the price came down, hash rate's up. 119.45. And that's only $4.60 some cents. So now let's just go to this so you can see the prices. So here we have Taboo. It's currently about $13.94 on the X5. QRL is at $14 per day, and Monero is only sitting at $4.69 per day. So $14. So prices are down right now, but there were times this miner does when QRL does hit like 23 to 25 cents. It hits at peak sometimes. This thing was making over $20 a day. It only uses about $3 to $4 a day in power at 11 cents per kilowatt hour, and this was making more than a KS2 was, and this thing was like a fraction of the price of those ASIC. It's one of the cheapest miners out there actually. But again, it's probably going to go up in price because we don't know. We can't find them anywhere. There's short demand. I don't know what's going on there. But the X5, I'm loving that thing. If I get my hands on another one, I'm really considering doing it. Give you pump and dump info to get to that level. What are you talking about? I was buying 3x more Zeph per day last year. Now the hash rate is so high. Mining a lot less. Yeah, but the price is a lot more. Last year, the price of Zeph was like $1, $2. You know, it's down way. I remember I was around like 100 Zeph a day when the hash rate was only at like a mega hash. You know, when Zeph first came out, it's getting a lot of Zeph. Now, obviously, you know, only getting 0.57 is what that said. The 3900X is doing. How is Monero doing? It's not bad, not bad. You know, like I said, I've been doing solo mine. I hit probably 3 or 4 blocks with the X5 on Monero, but I only go to it. Like what I do is, you know, I'm estimated to hit a block every 5 to 6 days. So what I was doing is mining other coins, and then I swap into Monero and solo mine for a day or two, hit a block, and then I pull off and then go back and then kind of let it recount because I guesstimate when I hit that 100% mark, and then move it there, and it seems to work out. But you know, sometimes you can spend 5, 6, 7 days, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes you might even go for a month and not hit a block. It's based on luck 100%. But I've been mining the other coins with that thing because it's making way more than what Monero would be making. I've also been using like QRL and stuff. I've been selling it and buying Zeph when Zeph was down at like that $11 mark. So I was doing that as well as swapping my X5 profits into Zeph because the other coins were actually making more than mining Zeph. Even though the X5 can't mine Zeph, based on the hash rate and everything, that these other coins were making more than mining Zeph if it could. So I was just selling them and swapping it in the Zeph daily as well, and that's what I do a lot. Right now, QRL isn't at the price. I have a couple thousand QRL coins from mining that I'm waiting for it to hit that 23, 25 cent range to swap that into Zeph. And now Zeph has gone up a bunch, so we'll see what happens. I do think the market will take one more dip, though, before we really start getting into that bull market, but I don't know. We did recently see a decent dip, so it'll be hard to say. But usually the Bitcoin, we will see a dip right around the halving time of Bitcoin, but we'll see what happens. What about that other coin for the X5? Which other coin? Did I go through them? Was that after or before? So the X5 over 7,000 series, even with the algo coins restrictions. Well, it's hard to say because right now random X coins have been popping. Now, for the CPU side, Ghost Rider coins, usually you get the forks. Now, if you didn't see that video, I made a video on how to remain profitable and stuff like that. And that was based on the GR node speculation thing. So what happens is for a lot of these forks, they keep coming out for the Ghost Rider algorithm, which is Raptorium forks, you know, reaction forks, and so on. And what happens is, you know, you get on it early, you mine a bunch of coins, all of a sudden the coin gets listed, nodes go online at around block height 5,000, which is a couple weeks later, and then all of a sudden the buying frenzy happens, coin prices skyrocket, you sell your coins, you make a bunch of money, and then you move on to the next one. That's pretty much the strategy that a lot of CPU people have been using for, you know, for the past 2 years. And because of it, you can end up with like $200 to $300 days based on that, because you were mining for a week or two and then you sold it all at one lump sum when the price hits a certain amount. But more and more hash has been coming on. It's been a lot harder to do that, and a lot of them have been scams lately. And the latest one, I've actually lost the password to my core wallet and I can't get my coins, and it's not listed yet either. So I'm hoping that one, well, to everyone that's been mining it, hopefully it pumps good for them. But, you know, It sucks that if it pumps good and I can't get into my wallet, so that's gonna suck. But yeah, no, that's one thing. That's a big thing there. But you know, if Random X, if it becomes Zeph, oh, but the thing is, the X5 can't mine Zeph. That's the biggest issue there. But Random X has been fairly profitable. Now, QRL, it hasn't seen a decent pump since 2018. It didn't do anything really in the, it only went to like 50 cents, I think, last bull run. So even though 50 cents would be pretty good right now, moving into the next one, the previous one was like $6 or something, which would be huge. So, you know, QRL hasn't really been seeing signs of life long term, so that's definitely a downfall. Taboo is fairly new, so it'll be interesting if that coin does see any type of pump moving into this bull run. It looks like the RX coins usually fall around because there's no nodes and all this other stuff to cause a buying frenzy. They do lack about 2 to 3 to 4 months behind other coins and stuff before they start to see price increases. So it'll be interesting to see if the next 3-4 months, if we start to see Taboo start to increase in price or not. But we don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what the coin stands for at all. So I'm just, 100% spec mining. It is making a decent amount of money. Epic, yes, fully electric. Epic is a coin that is they recently had a change. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Epic Cash and their recent change. I saw some things about, because it did get listed on a new exchange now, but because it uses that ngrok with the wallet, seems like the CLI wallet's working, but the GUI wallet might not be. And payments, I believe mining, is it Mining Ocean? No, Epic Mine. Epic Mine. They're the ones. Let's just look at Epic Cash right quick. Epic Cash. Yeah, Epic Mine put out an announcement. Let's go to this. About something about they're not able to do certain payments to certain wallets or something, or a certain type of payment anymore. Now, I don't know if that means to the GUI wallet anymore, if that means to something else. So it's a really interesting coin. It's really hard to explain what's going on. I can't show you my flight sheets right now because you have to put your passwords in it, your passwords to the pool and everything you set up within your mining flight sheets. And then if you're depending on the pool you're using, like 51 pool, you can do offline transactions through text files, and Epic Mine does it through the ngrok thing. But the blockchain in general, it's very fast, and you can do transactions offline. Again, this is another privacy coin thing, and it's crazy, and I feel that a lot of people is going to lose a lot of coins if you don't understand really what you're doing here, because the 51 pool offline transaction text file thing was interesting. So what happens is you request the amount of coins you want from the pool. That's another thing, is both pools, you don't get automatic payments. You actually have to request your payments that you have in your dashboard. And like I said, Epic Mine, you send it to that ngrok address here, and 51 pool, you do the offline text file thing. You set your payment that you want. Say you have 200 coins in there. Okay, all right, I want to pull out 199 point something because of network fees. And then all of a sudden you download the text file. You go to your wallet, you upload the text file, then you download the confirmation text file, and then you upload that confirmation text file to the pool, and then you see your coins pretty much in your wallet very, very fast after you do that process. Once you get used to it, it only takes like 30 seconds to download, upload to both things. You can do the same thing to send to people and so on, but it's interesting how the whole thing plays out with the offline transaction part, and then the ngrok thing is actually online transaction. So between the two pools, which one you use, it's a totally different withdrawal process from each one. It's pretty crazy. But that's also another way you can dual mine with CPUs, because mining Epic Cash is like mining ZIL, except it happens 48% of the day, and then that means you're mining 52% of the time on another coin that only SRB miner supports as well. So it does bring up an interesting dual mining CPU aspect for mining Epic Cash and some other coin as well. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy process, but it is an interesting thing how they do all that. ETC POW is very slow right now. Not great. Yeah, ETC POW is, what is the price right now? I don't even know. It's definitely it's very, very low right now. Now, obviously, if you know how supply and demand works, the supply is very, very, very high, and the demand is low, which means there's only one direction the coin can go right now, and that's down. because everyone who has the nodes, they're instantly swapping and selling it to ETC or something. So you're not really going to see the increase. Now the team is trying to buy back and do this, and they use X amount of profits. When the mining pool comes, it's going to be interesting. There's going to be an ETC mining pool that will have a contract with ETC's POW as well. So that might be a thing for ETC and Ethash miners once ZIL is gone and moves to full POS and you're no longer able to mine ZIL. You know, maybe this pool will give you the option to, well, it will have the option, so people might end up moving over, mine ETC as well as ETC POW. Now they recently released their what's that called? Their things, their list of what they plan to do in the future. One of them is that mining pool. But well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, I was selling a lot of coins to ETC. I'm not gonna lie. At first, you know, doing that, but now the price is low. I've been holding on to a lot of coins now, just waiting to see what happens. And you know, hopefully it'd be nice if they turn this thing around. You know, they do have a lot of plans for the future, but who knows how it's going to play out. Right now it's not looking good, but you know, when there's blood in the water, that's usually when you want to get your coins. And then who knows from now? I know next year, what if this goes back to 2, 3, 5? What if it sees new all-time highs and craziness? You know, crazier things have happened in crypto. But yeah, right now I do think it's more of the supply is extremely high and the demand is extremely low, and that's just going to cause a coin to go into a free fall. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. There are a whole bunch of votes coming up with a whole new emission schedule and other things. So I guess we'll see what the options are and what people do end up voting for that. You are holding and building up your bag on ETC POW. Yeah, right on. Build that bag up because you never know what could happen in the future here. Why would you mine a communist coin? Well, you're not really mining. It's just a node. And in theory, like, even at 12 cents, like, what is that? I gotta see here. 12 cents times, or what is that? So 8.4 times 0.12. Wow. So in theory, at 12 cents, those are still making $1 a day. And they only use 6 watts of power. So you still, 12-cent ETC POW is still making more than any GPU on ETC POW. As hard as that is to believe, that is still the facts. It's true. So, you know, as we see the price tumble down to nothing, it's still actually pretty darn profitable, you know, considering it's only 6 watts and it's making $1 still at only 12 cents. So anyway, you know, that's one way I guess you could look at it. What do we got? Retro Mike here. I need you to deliver his and hers mining container to a LTC summit. Well, what's going on? You guys got like LTC summit and mining containers going on here? It's crazy stuff. What are you mining with your custom computing farm? Oh yeah, so I do got my ASICs and stuff over there at custom computing because it's cheaper power because he has hydro and that's awesome. I am mining Octa.Space. So actually, let's take a quick look here and see if it's still happening or not. So yeah, 10 workers online rewards. Oh wow, my rewards just dumped. Unless this is another glitch. Did Octa.Space hash rate go up? Now they were supposed to have a block reduction, but that got extended like another month or something. Oh yeah, the hash rate's picking up. Hash rate's picking up here. Anyway, so you know, I got a decent stash of Octa.Space, so I might try something else soon. I was waiting until the next reward reduction, but now it doesn't look like it's working. But for the past little while, I've been averaging around 30 to 33 coins per 24 hours, which is around a little over $20 a day at about 6 gigahash here. And the X16P, what's it telling us on this? So let's go to ASICs, X16P. We kind of talked about this last week, and it continued to keep doing the same thing, except for today. So maybe they had a block reward reduction. So like right now, so this is saying 1832. Usually it's been around 17. Larissa coin is at 16 something. Like, where's it saying? So now it's saying Octa.Space is only 14. But I was finding while I was hanging out on Octa.Space, even though you can't see my screen now there, you know, I was around $18 to $22 a day here, which is about the same hash rate as an X16P. But meanwhile, the top coin it was always telling us here was like, you know, $17, $18 all the time. And Octa.Space was making more than all the coins up here, while it was telling us Octa.Space was always down here. So that was the interesting thing. And now I just checked on it, and obviously It looks horrible looking at the actual dashboard. Where I lost it. There we go. No, that's not it. Let's go back in the dashboard right here. Yeah. So now it's not looking too hot anymore. At only 20 coins a day. So I lost 10 coins there somehow. And it's only showing 1248. So right now it's not looking very good at all. So I might have to swap here. I'll take a look, see if that block reduction actually happened or not. But I thought it said it was getting extended an extra month. So we'll see. Oh, did the price just dump? Is that what just happened? I don't even know. I'm going to check the price right now on my phone. I should probably just do it live, but yeah. Oh, everything's turning red. Oh no, crypto is crashing. Bull run's over, guys. Octa is down to, yeah, but, oh yeah, it's down 8%. But still, that's not the point. The point is I'm only at 20 coins when I was usually around 30 to 32. So something interesting is going on there. Now, the same thing happened a couple days ago. I wonder if it's a error within the dashboard. I remember someone was talking about that. He went to Crazy Pool and said, hey, why is it only showing I got this many coins? And then there's some error in the dashboard, and all of a sudden he's like, hey, we fixed it, and boom, it shot back up. So maybe I still got 30 coins or so, and the dashboard's messed up. I don't know. But I can't say that's a thing right now because it's showing me I only got 20. Blue and BTC Orange FTW. I'm getting an FPGA next. Ooh, Yusuf Putz is getting an FPGAs. Awesome. Octa, Kaspa, Chlor. Just watch these coins. Yeah, Chlor's an interesting one for sure. Due to the fact that, well, it tends to pump whenever there's high demand for rentals. Chlor is a crypto-based rental. I don't even really know what all Chlor is, to be honest with you, but I think you can do like hash rentals. So now Octa.Space is doing the same thing. If you have not aware about this, Octa.Space now has nodes available. I think it might be early beta and stuff still, but they are doing, I don't know if it's if it's like an AI thing or if it's just, doing rendering, a proof of useful work thing. But you can run nodes now on Octa, and it's kind of like, the Chlor VAST system where you can do AI stuff and you rent the nodes. In this case, they're calling it a node. In theory, it's just your machine, you're running whatever. But you can rent these nodes that people are running and do, rendering work and stuff like that. So Octa.Space is getting into this space as well, which is going to be, very, very interesting. I'd never personally used VAST. I might try it out, but I don't know. Is Retro Mike could be, actually, no, can't ask Retro Mike about this stuff anymore. He did post recently about he's doing some other stuff with things, so he can't talk about it. But I don't know, is VAST actually crypto related, or is it more just like a rental platform for things? Like, I'm still not 100% sure how that works. Home miners huddle, mining farms dump, whole different business plan. Yeah. It's a rental service. Okay. But it can be rented for lots of things, or is it like it must have something where can you do like AI stuff, or do you just rent off it to mine coins, or do you rent off it to do other things? Rent others' powers and do your projects. That stupid heart thing is there, so it's blocking that. Okay, so you just rent it and do your projects. You rent for AI or mining. Hack passwords. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I know that was pointed out a few times in the past that VAST has been used to crack wallets, supposedly. Like I said, I can't confirm or deny, but the point is the allegations are there that some sketchy things have been going on with that platform. And that's another reason why I haven't really looked into that. I don't feel it's really crypto oriented as much as I'd like, but Octa.Space and Chlor, these are things I would probably personally try, and then maybe make videos and stuff on, because they are fully crypto oriented type of things, where VAST isn't really on the crypto side of things. I feel I could be wrong on that. If I'm wrong, then what, maybe I'll look into it. We'll see. I believe you can run any Docker container on it, aka you can run anything you want. All right, well, that's interesting. Retro Mike is a VAST maxi. Yes, that's true, but Retro Mike is doing other things. So, yeah. Doing other stuff right now. Most that use VAST don't care. They just want to make money. No, that's very true. That's what it's all about, too. I can't argue with the fact it's all about just getting the most that you can for your hardware. And, that is looking like a platform that is doing that for like 4090s and stuff. But, You know, I still want to. I'm remaining crypto oriented. So, you know, 4090. I have my 4090 personally. It's on Carlson hash, mixed sometimes with XLA when it first came out there. It's also on Carlson hash right now, I believe, because hopefully, you know, something happens sometime in the future. But, you know, I use my stuff for stuff that, you know, purely crypto purposes. So what else we got going on? No custom compute like Dynex. We got that. Octa.Space. And yeah, if any of you guys have GPUs, mini ASICs, you know, KD miners, box, you know, little box mine, not the big ASICs, anything but a big, huge, massive, loud ASIC, you know, get in touch with custom computing over there, and you know, he still has space to host some people's hardware. Now, I don't know what's going on. They might be getting a warehouse soon eventually for the big bad boy ASICs, because I'm waiting on that to find out, because I need to send my ASICs somewhere so I can free up some more power for some more CPUs. I almost said GPUs. I caught myself there. It's not for GPUs. It's for CPUs. I want small Bitcoin ASICs. Small Bitcoin ASIC. Yeah, imagine if Gold Shell came out with like a BT1. Mini BT. We'll see what happens. Hey, speaking of Gold Shell, when the heck are their Kaspa ASICs going to drop? Wonder when they're going to release those things and how well they're actually going to do. It's going to be interesting. See how IB Link just dropped the bomb on everything with their big miner. And efficient ones too. Yeah, exactly, efficient ones. Now it's going to be interesting if Jazz Miner comes out with their Bitcoin miner. That's going to be a very interesting thing emerging if that happens. Because, you know, some of the rumored numbers are, I don't even know if it's possible, to be honest with you, because it like makes anything from Bitmain looks like nothing. Looks like a Gold Shell mini miner, literally. Not in terms of hash rate, but in terms of efficiency. It seems crazy. FutureBit Apollo 2 is a good small home ASIC. Nice. FutureBit, there you go. You guys seen that new, what's it called? I was supposed to get one, but then they had problems with the logistics. What is that? Remember that Bitcoin heater, HeatBit? Was it HeatBit? They have a new one now. That's also like an air purifier. And I was doing the numbers. That thing's actually not too shabby. It's like 1 terahash at like 400 watts or something. That's like actually, or is it 10 terahash at 400? I don't even remember. Let's see if we can find it. I think it's called HeatBit. Is that what it's called? No, that Bitcoin mining HeatBit electric heater air purifier now. Now they contacted me a while ago to look at this thing, and then all of a sudden they ran into issues. So I don't know if it's still a thing or not, or maybe they're trying to scam me. That could definitely be a thing also. But where is it? Air purification. Where's the hash rate? Where's the hash rate of this thing? For Bitcoiners. Oh, it's 10 terahash. Okay, it's 10 terahash and like 400 watts or something. That's pretty good for a nice home solo miner. Like, that is pretty darn efficient if you think about it. Just for a like nice home solo miner there. Yeah, I think it's 10 terahash, only 400 watts. That's pretty insane. You know, in theory, it's pretty good. Oh shoot, I'm mining Kaspa on 2 miners. Where is that hosting service located? Heatbits were unreliable. Yeah, I don't know. I remember there's a lot of bad talk about them. I don't even know. But they had this new thing. And I was like, oh, well, you know, whatever. You know, I'll look at it, see if it blows up or not. But, yeah, I don't know. Then they just disappeared. So, no idea what happened there. I have 2 of the new Heatbits on pre-order. Ordering about 1 year ago, it only cost me $300 for 2 shipped units. They are running S19 XP chips. Oh, nice. So Retro Mike has 2 on order, so he's excited for them. So that's sweet. That's the new one, that air purifier one. So what is it? It's a heater and air purifier in one, because they got the HEPA filter in there or something as well. You know, I think that's kind of cool. That's pretty sweet how they're, you know, making things. You know, there used to be jokes. You know, my washing machine mines Bitcoin. My this mine Bitcoin. But, you know, now, like, you legitimately got a heater and an air purifier that's mining Bitcoin. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Now, the reliability, as some of you said, that's one thing to be determined. I guess Retro Mike has 2 on the way. So, obviously, we'll hear something about it eventually. ASICs at 3400 watts and 80 decibels, not as neighbor friendly as 20 computers at 3400 watts and 30 decibels. Very true. Very, very true for sure. Obviously, you can get, you know, the silencers and the fruit kits and stuff like that. It does come into a lot of extra cost in there, but yeah. Where's that hosting service located? I believe that's in Quebec. Speed Target Custom Computing is in Quebec. You can find them on Twitter, or, you know, if you're in my Discord, I can send you a link to them. But yeah, that's in Quebec, Canada. So I guess mostly if you guys are in Canada, that'd be better off for you guys. Retro Mike, it has 3 modes. The 900 watt mode is for mining plus supplemental heat. Oh, it goes up to 900 watts. Whoa. Not efficient, but it's a chance solo. Yeah, well, yeah, like, I mean, compared to the solo miners, it looks pretty darn sweet. Mining is only 400 watts. Yeah, it's great motivator to keep yourself clean and make money. The Russian pool seems best, consistent. Yeah, interesting. Crazy stuff there, guys. So, I don't know, are there any, did we go through anything? What's my thing called? Monero delisted, went through that. Bullish AF on crypto. Yeah, bullish. I'm bullish on crypto, guys. There, we're done that section. No, seriously, though, we're getting close. We're getting very, very close to that bull run. And I do think there's probably going to be another decent-sized dip probably happen. But eventually, you know, once we get past that halving there, you know, somewhere within, by October, we're probably really going to start seeing prices start to say, you know what, let's get out of here. We're loading up the rocket ship and we're gone. And next year is going to be an absolutely insane year in crypto. It's actually going to start towards the end of this year. So, you know, technically this year is going to start becoming insane. No, right now we are in the 2021. We're in 2020, I mean, of the crypto cycles. And in 2020, that's when a lot of interest really started to come in, and mining, you know, and crypto and mining really started beginning to boom. And then towards the end of the year, that's when everything just went all out. You know, GPUs waiting, standing in line, doing all this crazy stuff. Insane. So, you know, we are almost 4 years from that exact same time. So the end of this year, things are going to start getting pretty darn insane in the crypto world. Be prepared, guys. Be prepared. Also, we're going to start getting into a new normal. A new normal, guys. I remember looking back. I did that video a while ago on, remember, sure, yes, it's based on Ethereum. Ethereum was very profitable. But do you guys remember when the A10 Pros came out? Maybe it was the A11 after the A10 Pro. I can't remember. The 700 mega hash version. That thing was selling for $30,000. That thing was like what? 800 mega hash at like 2,500 watts. Like, it was still way better than, like, not way, but it was better than GPUs efficiency wise. But that thing was 30 grand. And that thing is an absolute horrible miner on today's standards, especially compared to jazz miners and stuff like that. So, you know, we're going to start hitting a new normal when it comes to ASIC prices and all sorts of prices. We could start seeing, you know, if Kaspa hits over $1, we could start seeing Kaspa ASICs selling. You know, a KS1 could be going for 20 grand. Like, it's going to be insane. Insane times are up ahead. And right now we're just shaking our head. We're still saying, you know, oh, that's too expensive. I don't want it. That's too expensive. But, like, seriously, in the next year, if you're thinking stuff's expensive right now, you haven't seen a bull market before, you're about to get an eye-opening wake-up call. Things are going to be insane. Things are going to be so expensive, and people are going to be buying them because prices are going to be so high in crypto. Profitability is going to be looking pretty darn good. People will be buying, you know, oh, this is making $10, $20 a day now. This is making $30 a day. I'm going to spend 10 grand on it. ROI looks good on numbers, on papers right now. But everyone forgets when the FOMO drive is in on these stages, everyone forgets the majority of our mining happens in the bear market. Also in the bear market is when you can get everything so much cheaper. We are on the tail end of that right now. And pretty soon, everything you think is expensive right now is nowhere near the price point that they're going to hit very soon. And at that point, that's when people really start buying these machines because the FOMO is high. Very, very high. So Yeah, we're about to hit that I wish stage, and the videos will be coming up when we get to full FOMO mode, middle of a bull market. We're gonna be looking back. Hey guys, I just went through this earlier. Remember when we were mining 0.57 Zeph a day? Now we're mining 0.001 Zeph a day. You know, remember when the Jazz Miner X16Q was only $2,700? Now it's like $8,000. Like, things are gonna get crazy. Things are gonna get insane. But yeah, you know, we can't guarantee it's going to happen, but if you've seen previous cycles, this is exactly what happens. Now, Ethereum definitely made the other ASICs and stuff like that extremely expensive because the profitability was so damn high. Maybe we're not going to see like a 4x in prices, but we're probably definitely going to see like a 2 or 3x in mining process prices and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. Things are going to change very, very soon here, guys. So just be prepared and get ready. It's going to be some exciting, crazy times in crypto. The scams are going to come out, guys. That's another thing. Be ready for them. Don't click any stupid links. Don't, emails, whatever. There's going to be, everything's going to be ramped up like 10x of what we are now. It's going to be insanely crazy times. Yeah. What do we got here? 177 viewers, only 98 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. Give me at least one more like. Can we do that? All right. What do we got here? That ping. No, the new coin pools have kept your coins. 173 watch, only 78 likes. Yeah, smash that like button. Stacking silicon for the win. That's I say that a lot. For the past year or so. You don't even have to mine on some of these machines to ROI them. Like, you can just start your own ASIC scalping business and pay off your hardware and not even open the box. Those are things that a lot of people do. ASIC resellers probably do that all the time. Do you guys remember mining motherboards? If you're new, this is a new cycle, this is going to be happening. So we got to start talking like day one again, because as these cycles increase, we get influxes of new people looking into crypto, new people in mining. So, maybe we're going to dumb stuff a lot down, but it's all about helping everybody out there. And it's going to be day one people again, not knowing anything. So anyone that's in my Discord, if you're watching this right now, be prepared for this, and don't just say, read up, do this, help people out, answer people's questions. It's all about helping the community and everything. But remember, looking back there, before, early 2020, we saw, what was it, the BC250s and, the mining motherboards for the 12 GPUs. So they're only like $30. I got two of them for $30. Then remember when the peak of the bull run came? And obviously it was all due to Ethereum on the GPU side of things, but they were selling for $600 a piece. Well, they are back down to, I think, $50 to $100 right now, depending where you are. But like just little things like that, even skyrocketing in price. Mining frames are going for a couple $100 just for, a 6 GPU mining frame and crazy things like that, where now I think you can get some again for like $20, $30 and so on. But yeah, things explode. And it gets pretty hectic and insane during these bull runs. So, we're going to start getting into that. It might be different this time. I really still feel that the GPU side is not going to be amazing. It should be decent with some profits, but I don't think it's not going to be like Ethereum. If you're expecting $14 a day on like a 3090 like you've seen then, maybe set your standards a little lower, maybe $3 to $4 a day on a GPU. Could be, but again, if you're mining right now, it's a totally different situation. What you're getting now is probably going to be, a lot more, obviously, because we're in that bear market. We're getting the yields. Once that hash rate and everything really starts picking up, I just think it's still going to be kind of a rough time. But there's going to be ASICs, there's going to be CPUs, there's going to be FPGAs, there's going to be some big, higher ways to mine. I just think GPUs in this cycle moving forward may end up being probably one of the least profitable ways to mine crypto. It's not going to be negatives and zero. It's still going to be profitable. It's just not going to be it's nowhere near as it's going to be compared to the last cycle at all. I don't think it has a chance to be as close to that. But then again, it comes down to how many GPUs are actually going to turn back on once these prices really start exploding. We're going to see huge hash rates hit again, but we just don't know at what level yet. That's still the big unknown factor that nobody knows about on the GPU side of things currently. GPU will be AI rent. Yeah, well, there is that move over to AI for sure. But at the same time, you know, it's all going to be in the higher memory clock range. You know, the 4090s and stuff are going to be the dominant for that. You know, the 5090s, when they emerge, that's probably going to be used a lot for that. So there is that side of things, but for strictly crypto only, that's where I feel, you know, we're going to see a lot of channels possibly move away from crypto and turn into AI channels or something. You know, if that's really, you know, their standpoint too, especially a lot of the ones that are just doing straight vast stuff right now, that's probably the way they're going to end up moving. But, you know, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. What are you buying? Not mining, but buying. Hardware. It's all about hardware stuff. Kaspa market cap could support GPUs, FPGAs, ASICs like Eth. I don't think. No. Kaspa will never support GPUs again. Impossible. I really don't think that'll ever happen. Now, the difference between Ethereum was ASIC resistant. As much as you'd want to deny that to a T, it was ASIC resistant. Now, the point of that ASIC resistance means an ASIC doesn't just blow away a GPU. It's closer together. Now, we're obviously seeing a lot better ASICs from Jasmine and stuff emerge now in terms of efficiency compared to back then. But we're still not like, try mining Kaspa with your GPU right now. Try mining Bitcoin with your GPU right now. The hash rate is absolute trash compared to an ASIC. The KS0 at 100 watts doing 100 gigahash is nothing compared to your best GPU. You could put your entire 60 GPU farm on and the one KS0 is going to out-hash it. Like, it's not good. So, no, Kaspa could go to $1,000 and it still will not support a GPU because more ASICs will come online as well. It just won't make any sense. So, on algorithms like Kaspa, no, they will never sustain GPUs again. The other issue, which I kind of talked about towards the start of this stream, was, you know, I'm FPGA mining and, you know, we got lithium, radium stuff. You know, if these coins really start seeing increased value and quite a bit here, which, you know, we do expect radium, you know, for sure, lithium and stuff to do that, we could see the ASICs hit that. And that'll just drop these coins even farther away from the GPUs, making them non-existent. These are coins that will not be GPU mineable. Really, the only safeguard GPUs really have right now is Kapow coins. Those are really the only safest coins. And in theory, they could get swapped around to something as well. But, you know, it's gonna take a lot for that to happen. So really the only safeguard is hoping that really, you know, for the peak of the bull run, if Kaspa, Nexa, lithium end up on the ASIC side of things because they did see huge price growth here, then, you know, you're only stuck really with like a lot of Kapow coins and stuff for the GPUs. And it's going to be crazy because some of them are doing not too bad. AIPG is one of the largest GPU coins right now, I think, actually. Let's just have a look-see here. Where is this? Let's come into here. Let's just look at the current emissions. So, yeah, the largest GPU coin right now. Well, you could consider ETC a GPU coin right now, I think, also. Technically, even though it is more on the Jasmine or ASIC side of things. But strictly GPU, AIPG is the largest coin for GPUs right now. Purely GPUs. As we can see, it's paying out $156,000 per day. This is the 8th largest coin for GPUs. Now, you got to remember, guys, Ethereum in the bear market was paying out freaking 21 million. In the bull market, it was paying over 64 million. These are numbers that none of the GPU coins are ever going to come close to. Zero. Nada. Not going to happen. So that's still the one major issue we have to figure out what's going on when they start turning on. Now, there are quite a few. You know, we got Chlor's up here now. It's growing. Ravencoin has been up here for a bit. You know, ETC in theory, if it does see some type of explosion, you know, if ETC hits an F level explosion, that'd be awesome. You know, things would be good. We do got a lot better ASICs now, though. I don't think it's going to see an F level explosion. But, you know, it needs the lowest gains to gain the higher emissions here. It does have another fifth inning coming up here in the next couple months, though. We got Conflux here. It's at 68, though. But you can see these coins just, like, they're not very high in the emission schedule. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, look at Flux, for an example. If it goes 1,000x, you know, let's add 3 zeros on here. That's $300,000 that Flux No, that's 100x would be 300,000. Be $3 million if it goes 1,000x. But still, if Flux goes to $1,000 and you add 3 zeros on the back of this, $3 million emissions, that's still nothing. That still would technically not even be that profitable if a bunch of GPUs turned on. So that's kind of a pretty insane level to really think, how are they actually looking moving forward? But then again, you have the, what's it called? Equilibrium, where, okay, well, we're only at this, so, this farm might not turn on, or those people won't turn on because, it's gradually increasing. But if we see a massive spike one day, we could literally go to $5-6 profit and then wake up the next morning at like 5-cent profit if everybody decided to turn on overnight or something. But you know what? It's insane. We're just going to have to wait, see how this all plays out. Right now it is purely speculation. It does come down to how much hardware is going to turn back on. Is most of it already on and we're not going to see really any more? Then you know what? We will be okay. We will totally be fine once those prices come up. But there is so much GPU still just sitting in the wild, shut off, waiting for that time to hit that power button. So it'll be interesting. I currently have a GPU on FW. There you go. Retro Mike is rocking the FW. FW actually was in the top coin there the other day I seen. It's seen some price gain. So, I don't got huge hope on FW. But if enough coins hit decent, gains, that's really all we need. Instead of, it's not going to be a focus on one coin this time. It's going to be a multitude of all the coins coming together in terms of emissions to make up profitability across everything. Obviously, some are going to be able to absorb more hash than others based on how much it pays out per 24 hours. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting bull run for sure. But the point is, it is coming. We still don't know the outcome. Obviously, we hope everything just explodes to the roof and everyone becomes multi-billionaires. But we'll just have to wait and see. Retro Mike, he'll be fine because nobody knows Vertcoin still exists. I know it still exists. I don't think I've ever minded though. But you probably have a big bag. You got a big bag of, a bunch of coins that people don't really talk about, which do usually end up to be a good thing long term. Definitely ends up to be a good thing long term. One, very low hash rate, you're racking up coins, and then, a nice 2-3x on some type of price, it could lead to big gains. Crypto million would be okay. Okay, Captain Happy's okay with just a millionaire. Okay, all right. You guys can all be millionaires. The odd billionaire out there. Panda will be a billionaire. Retro Mike, billionaire. Techman, maybe a billionaire. Yatacoin. Yatacoin's an interesting one too. Slow blockchain, but it's been seeing some gains. It's been doing some decent gains as well. I haven't mined for a while. I've always been meaning to try to go back, but yeah, since Zeph came out, it kind of just took my focus everywhere off most of the other coins. Well, and Raptorium, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. Anyway, guys, so I do appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. I will be back tomorrow with the AMA. You guys ask questions, and we'll try to answer them with Google. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, so thank you for coming out. We'll see you all in the next one. Rabid out.